They say if you stand outside Briarcliff Hospital at night, you can still hear the intercom crackle on. But the power's been shut off since 1987. I didn't believe the stories. Not really. Urban legends are like mold in a small town, always growing, always festering. But when my cousin Tyler disappeared after sneaking into Briarcliff with his friends, I stopped rolling my eyes. Because what they found inside wasn't just decay and dust. It was a room that shouldn't exist, and a voice that's been calling ever since. Briarcliff stood on the outskirts of Fairdale, Pennsylvania, a rust-belt ghost town clinging to the bones of old coal money. The hospital had been shut down for over 3 decades after a fire in the East Wing killed 13 patients, all children, and a nurse who allegedly locked the doors from the outside. Locals said she went mad. The records said it was a tragic accident, but no one rebuilt, no one reopened, and no one ever talked about what really happened, until Tyler. He was a thrill seeker, the kind of guy who'd defilm himself doing backflips off train bridges and crawling through storm drains just to get 100 likes. His last upload was titled, Briarcliff Challenge, Spending the Night in the Cursed Hospital. That was 2 years ago. The video ended abruptly, halfway through him whispering, "Guys, I think there's someone else in here." No one's seen him since. No body, no phone, just the camera, found days later at the edge of the property. Lens cracked, battery fried. The file wasn't even on the memory card when it was recovered. It had auto-uploaded to his cloud before the device died. I watched that footage 100 times, and then I went in. Not for a video, not for fame, but because I couldn't shake one detail. One thing Tyler said just before the footage cut off. He whispered, "There's a door at the end of the hallway that isn't on the blueprints. I found it too." Briarcliff was worse than I imagined. The inside reeked of mildew and burnt plastic. The air was thick, not dusty, but wet like the inside of a cave. Every hallway echoed, even when I wasn't moving. Paint peeled like skin from the walls. Medical equipment lay scattered in the dark, rusted and forgotten. But that hallway, the one Tyler found, was exactly where he said. And at the end of it was the door. Steel. No handle, no keyhole. Just a slit of darkness where it didn't quite touch the floor, and from behind it, the faintest sound of breathing. Not human breathing, mechanical, cold, rhythmic. I should have turned back. I knew something was wrong, but I touched the door. It opened by itself. Inside was a room untouched by time. The lights, flickering but on, buzzed overhead. The walls were white, sterile, humming with electricity, and in the center was a hospital bed. Straps hung loosely from its sides. Machines sat powered on, screens showing vital signs that pulsed as if someone was still lying there. But the bed was empty. I stepped closer. That's when I saw the camera. It was Tyler's. Sitting neatly on the bedside table, lens clean, recording light blinking red. I picked it up. It was warm. Then I heard it. The intercom crackled on above my head, and a voice, soft, sweet, and feminine, whispered, "Dr. Mitchell, room 311 is ready for your next evaluation. There is no room 311 in Briarcliff. It never had a 3rd floor. The building's blueprints show only 2. The lights dimmed. The machines beeped faster. The bed creaked. And then I saw the outline, like heat shimmer rising from the mattress, the faint, warping figure of someone, no, something, lying there, breathing, watching me. I turned to run, but the door had vanished. Gone. Just solid wall where it had once stood. I pounded on it, screamed, begged. And behind me, the voice whispered again. Only this time it wasn't from the intercom. It was from the bed. "Don't leave, you're the next patient." I don't remember how I got out. I woke up 2 miles from the hospital's entrance, clothes soaked, camera gone. I checked the footage on my phone. Nothing. All my audio recordings were static. My watch had stopped at 3:11 a.m. That was 2 weeks ago. Last night I got a text from Tyler's number. It said, "You're finally next." Attached was a photo. It showed me, in that room, standing beside the bed. But I don't remember anyone taking that picture. And in the corner of the image, near the wall, was a shadow, tall, slender, wearing a nurse's cap. Her mouth was wide open, frozen in a smile, and behind her, barely visible in the flickering light, were children, watching, waiting. I smashed my phone, I threw it in a river, but it doesn't matter, because today on my doorstep I found an envelope. Inside was a medical bracelet with my name on it, and a hospital room number written in red ink, room 311. And now every time I close my eyes I hear it again. Dr. Mitchell, your next patient is ready.